Just when we thought that it was all said and done, just when we thought that Sony was completely adamant about keeping Spider-Man to themselves, and just when we thought that all was lost, we get the most exciting news in a long time this morning. And I'm sorry I couldn't bring this to you a lot sooner, but I was at work and I couldn't wait to do a video about this, and now I'm doing it. Spider-Man is officially back, who's only been gone for like about, I don't know, maybe a month or so, that Sony decided to retract the offer, the deal between Disney and Sony. Just decided, you know what, forget it. We're not going to continue working with you guys. Kevin Feige, screw yourself. You're not going to produce our Spider-Man movies. We're going to move on in a different direction. We're going to take Spider-Man for ourselves. But guess what? When they decided to like cool their heads, they came to an entirely new agreement. And the agreement is something that us, the fans, have been speaking out loud. And that agreement is basically Disney making 25% of the profits of the Spider-Man films. And that's right, Disney, Marvel Studios, and Sony have 2 more Spider-Man films down the line. At least Tom Holland's Spider-Man to appear in 2 more films. The 3rd Spider-Man film and possibly another Avengers Spider-Man film crossover. Along the lines with other news that we're going to be getting Spider-Man to cross over across other cinematic universes, including Sony's own cinematic universe for Marvel. So Spider-Man's the only character that can jump between cinematic universes. And I know I sound a little bit extra loud today, and I'm sorry, but this is just so liberating. And I just, thank you. This is what happens when you guys come to a compromise. You work like adults, you work it out, you talk it out, you come to an agreement, everybody's happy. Everybody wins. Tom Holland's reaction to these news were completely amazing and hysterical. I was laughing so hard. And I have more information on that topic right after the intro. My God, longest intro ever. Hey guys, welcome to News to the Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. And today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man's return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. And I have more on that information on this article from superherohype.com. And it says, okay, bringing you this article from Max Every on superherohype.com. It says, according to Variety, the stalemate between Sony and Walt Disney Pictures over Marvel Studios' involvement in the next Spider-Man movie has ended. Thank God. The 2 studios released a joint statement saying that Kevin Feige will indeed produce the follow-up to the well-received Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home, alongside Sony's Amy Pascal. As part of the deal, Spider-Man will also appear in yet another future MCU film. The trade also noted that the 3rd Spider-Man film from Marvel Studios is set to release on July 16, 2021. Officially adding another addition to the already crowded Phase 4 release slate. And let's just keep it real. The Phase 4 release slate isn't entirely too strong, and I think adding Spider-Man on it just made the phase a lot more interesting. The release date puts the film in a direct competition with Paramount's Mission Impossible 7, which opens July 23rd, 2021, Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings opens February 12th, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness opens on May 7th, and Thor Love and Thunder opens November 5th, 2021, making 2021 the first year we get 4 MCU movies. I am thrilled that Spidey's journey in the MCU will continue, and I and all of us at Marvel Studios are very excited that we get to keep working on it, said Feige. Spider-Man is a powerful icon and hero whose story crosses all ages and audiences around the globe. He also happens to be the only hero with the superpower to cross cinematic universes, like I mentioned earlier before the intro. So as Sony continues to develop their own Spideyverse, you never know what surprises the future might hold. While Sony has 2 more Spider-Man movies in the works, John Watts, who directed Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home, has apparently not signed on yet for 2 future movies, but that's about to change because there are reports that he's probably about to sign on for the next film. Watts is being courted for other projects, including reportedly from Marvel Studios, so there's no guarantee that the director will return for a 3rd Spider-Man movie, despite previously reporting that he was signed on for only 2 of them. Sony's upcoming slate includes Venom sequel, starring Tom Hardy and directed by Andy Serkis, as well as Jared Leto's in the can, Morbius, and a Kraven the Hunter film, and a spin-off featuring Silver Sable and Black Cat. So that's not all. I got some more news, actually bringing you another article related to Spider-Man stuff. It's reported that Marvel and Sony films may share more than Spider-Man. Bringing you this article from Superhero Hype, again from a Blair Marnell. After a few wild weeks that saw Spider-Man expelled from the MCU over to a dispute between Sony and Marvel Disney, the web-slinger is back where he belongs. As reported earlier, Sony and Marvel have struck a new deal for at least one more Spider-Man MCU film. However, there may be much more to the latest renewal than we initially believed. According to Deadline, there may be a shared detail universe that connects the MCU films with Sony Spider-Man adjacent films like Venom 2 and Sinister 6. The report describes it as a call and answer between the two franchises as they acknowledge details between the two. It may not be tight continuity of the MCU, but it would potentially allow for greater interaction between two Marvel franchises. Feige even seemed to allude to this during his statement about the new idea. And as noted earlier, and like I mentioned before, and this was noted by Deadline, that part of the deal is still very early. Under the new terms, Disney Marvel will put up 25% of the budget and get 25% of the profits. Spider-Man will also appear in one future MCU film. So what do you guys think about the possible crossover between Sony and Marvel films? Now, one thing I want to speculate about this deal, because I feel like not everything is being disclosed about this deal. So that part where it discloses that Kevin Feige mentioned how Spider-Man's a powerful icon and hero, and that he's the only character with the superpower to cross cinematic universes. If I had to speculate, that's probably not the only deal that was made on the table. Yes, Disney and Marvel will spend 25% of the budget to make these films and earn 25% of the profits back in return, but I think Sony and Marvel and Disney made another offer, more than they're leading on right now. And that's probably the potential and the possibility of including other Spider-Man related characters such as Morbius and Venom and Silver Sable and Black Cat to cross over to the MCU films. While Sony still has the rights to make those individual independent films with those characters, they can still cross over and coexist at least, with the MCU continuity. So it really goes to show that there's more to come. So a entirely new offer was made, including the return of Spider-Man to the MCU. And this is really exciting stuff. I mean, I'm just here like literally shaking, and I feel like the hairs on my arms are like standing up. But this is very exciting. I cannot wait. So another article I wanted to read to you guys, and this was about Tom Holland and Zendaya responding to the new Spider-Man MCU deal. Marvel fans got a huge news this morning when it comes to announce Sony reached a new deal with Marvel Studios to produce a third Spider-Man film. That's gotten a lot of positive responses on social media, and the stars of the series didn't even hold back their thoughts. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, Tom Holland posted a very funny response from like The Wolf of Wall Street. Great movie. It has Leonardo DiCaprio in it. First up was Tom Holland, who's played the iconic character since Captain America Civil War back in 2016. He chose to let a film clip do the talking for him. From The Wolf of Wall Street. In it, Leonardo DiCaprio expresses in a full not safe for work glory that he's not effing leaving. The video is posted down below here. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. Co-star Zendaya also posted a response complete with laughing till crying faces. And even Zendaya himself posted a response to it. She had her own response on the matter as well. She took to Twitter and also let a picture do the talking with the dancing Spider-Man. This is actually one of the most popular dancing Spider-Man gifs. You've probably seen it multiple times throughout the years. It's hilarious. It's just Spider-Man, breaking down and dancing around. It's awesome. Go ahead and check it out. More than likely, fellow Marvel Cinematic Universe's cast members should have their own responses soon, but fans may recall that both Ryan Reynolds and Jeremy Renner were quite vocal about Marvel and Sony not reaching a deal last month. Those guys seem to be very passionate about the idea of Spider-Man being a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they clearly did not hold back about their responses and about their feelings of the matter. And the third MCU Spider-Man film will follow the events from Far From Home. By its conclusion, Peter Parker found himself in a world of trouble following a surprise revelation, and now it's available on digital HD now, and it will hit 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and Blu-ray on October 1st, so go ahead and pick up your copy there. Spider-Man's next movie will hit July 16, 2021, so you let me know your thoughts about the matter. Are you happy about his return? Are you happy that he only had a temporary absence from the Marvel Cinematic Universe? This is truly exciting stuff. Clearly, I'm very excited from this, and so should you guys be excited because, again, Kevin Feige put it really well. Spider-Man is such an icon. He is the greatest superhero that ever lived in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in the Marvel Universe in general. He's the face of Marvel. Whenever you think of Marvel, Spider-Man comes to mind. And that's just it right there. It's perfect. I mean, he's the quintessential hero, and he is essential and very important to Marvel Universe and to all the fans because everybody loves him, and he's the face of Marvel. That's it. There's no other way for me to put it. So you let me know your thoughts, guys. If you agree with the matter, Spider-Man has returned to the Marvel Cinematic Universe where he belongs, and I'm glad they're going to continue to pursue this character and to make more films with this character. So anyways, guys, you let me know down your thoughts. Comment down below. Like this video if you haven't done so already. Be sure to share this video. Subscribe for more. And click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.